Yo, what's going on? Thank y'all boys for tuning in to the Full Court Entertainment Podcast. As always, it's your boy Shondell. And I got my main man with me, Shelly Shell. So yeah, we're gonna just talk about the Clippers and their chance of success, what they need to fix going into the playoffs, what they're good at, and just how high their ceiling is. Go ahead, bro. What you got for them?
With the Clippers, their success, obviously, they have to win a championship. We've been going on what we get like year five with Kawhi Leonard, Paul George. They added Westbrook last year at the trade deadline. Then they added James Harden in the beginning of the year.
Yeah,
What like they were good in the beginning of the year. No, actually in the beginning they were bad. No, they got the rough start, but then they started to they was winning. They won like 20 something games, and like in that span of I think it was like December, January, they won like 20 something games. And then we get to February, they started to they kind of been losing. And it's because Paul George has not been PG-13. He's just been Paul George. He hasn't been playing good. James Harden he's been up and down. Westbrook coming off the bench, but he's hurt now. And now Kawhi Leonard, now he has back spasms. I know you've been all you said I think in the summer. Somebody gonna get hurt. It happens every year. Once again, Kawhi Leonard is hurt again. It's now in March. And if Kawhi Leonard doesn't play, they're not gonna win championship. If he does play, they will win a championship. What they need to fix is they gotta stop with this small ball lineup. You gotta play Zubats more. Zubats is he's a good big man. He's gonna rim protect. He's not gonna go out there and get you like 15 points, but he's gonna get you probably 10, 12 points and give you like 10 rebounds. You gotta play him. You gotta play him more. Norman Powell has been actually really good for them. Like he's come off the bench, he's giving you at least 13 points per game. That's fine. But I just don't as of right now, I'm kind of nervous for the Clippers. Like they they've just been a little bit inconsistent. They're showing like the old Clippers. Like now, I'm starting to not trust them. Now I really don't think they can win championship because I thought they actually can win championship because they was healthy. Kawhi Leonard was staying healthy. Paul George was staying healthy. Now I'm scared. I don't know what's gonna happen with them, but for now, I'm nervous.
yeah, I think you got your pennies in a bunch for a bunch of nothing. I ain't gonna hold. I'm just gonna say, they 41-23. Yeah, they didn't drop the lead. They had a good losing streak, but they bounced back. Honestly, I think the Clippers' chances of winning. I think they're one of the maybe like the second best team to actually win in the West. I think the only team ahead of them in the West that can truly go to the finals is the Nuggets. I think the only thing the Clippers need to worry about is obviously health, as always, and defending the pick and roll. But I think when it comes to like their chances of like actually doing something in the playoffs, I think this is their best shot. This is their best window. I can't see I can't see them getting eliminated in the first or the second round. Like I don't think there's no team, even if any of these teams that come out of the play in or the seventh or the eighth, there's no team that's putting the Clippers out in the first round. They're better than the Suns, they're better than the Mavs, they're better than the Lakers, they're better than the Rockets. There's no team there. And I think when you see them in the second round, they're probably gonna go against probably like what a Suns or maybe a Pelicans. I don't think any of those teams are better than them. James Harden and Zubac in the pick and roll is looking too amazing. First off, you know James Harden. We all know how he get down with having a Clint Capella type big. And you get Zoo, he finishes around the rim great. He's tall, amazing. Then even with the pick and roll, with when he hands it off to someone on the screen, he gets the ball back. He still has the chance to take off to the lane, to the hole, drive it out. Instead of finishing, he's going to find somebody on the 3-point line or he's going to kick it to somebody right there at the rim. Like right now, the Clippers, the pick and roll with James Harden at the head of it, it's too easy. I just think is no way the Clippers get eliminated in the first or the second round. I think the only thing you got to worry about is them defending the pick and roll, which honestly they suck at defending the pick and roll. But hey, I think what you got 4 Hall of Famers on your team. Well, Westbrook out for the season, but like
No, he coming back. He coming back.
with a broken hand, I mean, shoot, I
Yeah,
don't know,
he
maybe
coming
so.
back. He coming back.
But I don't think people have to really worry about the Clippers. I think when it come down to it, like LA right now, you got the chances of winning the chip is way higher with the Clippers than it is the Lakers.
What would you give? What would you from 1 to 10? What would you give it?
7 out of 10. They got a 7 out of Clippers got a 7 out of 10
So
chance
see.
to win. Yeah.
So see. So right now the
I
Clippers.
give it an 8. I give it an 8, not a C. I give it an 8.
So
Now I
see.
get a Lakers like a 5 out of 10 chance of winning the
So
chip.
the Clippers, they will face the Pelicans in the first round. I would pick probably the Clippers to win in the first round. Then that means they would have to face the Nuggets in the second round. That's if it just stays like this, because Nuggets are number one right now. And I don't think the Clippers beating the Nuggets. The Nuggets probably are the team to beat as of right now, but they can beat the Pelicans. Pelicans got the size. I don't know really who on that team can really stop, because Zion been on a heater. He been on a heater. So who are we gonna put as the Clippers? Who are we gonna put on him? Like
Who is
Paul
we?
George or Kawhi?
Who's the
Like who are the
Clippers?
Clippers?
The
Who are they
Clippers
gonna put on? Who are they gonna put on Zion?
to stop Zion.
Yeah, who are they gonna put on him?
I think to stop Zion, all you got to do is just once you get him in the half, once you get Zion in the half court offense, I'm not really worried about Zion in the half court offense because what are they going to do? Zion, because they're not going to be able to run him. They're not going to be able to run him at point guard the way they've been playing him in the playoffs. Teams are definitely going to be locked in on him. Then you're going to have Zion right there at the bottom. He's going to be getting up. He takes like 80% of his shots within the 3-point line within 13, 14 feet. He's not going to be able to get those easy layups and just go up strong like that on Daniel Tice against Zubac. He's not going to be able to just keep getting the switch off and to be able to take advantage of Norman Powell. He's going to rely on his athleticism, and the athleticism is not. He's not going to be able to keep going downhill and to be able to jump over them like that. He's going to get slowed down in the half court offense. He's going to get put in the pick. They're going to target him on pick and roll. They're going to put him in. They're going to put him in situations where he's picking up foul and take him out of the offensive game just by getting him in foul trouble.
But this the thing though. Like if if they do face in the playoffs, it's gonna be matchup based. And we've seen like Willie Green. I know I've seen the notification every time I look up. He takes Valanciunas out at halftime because he's trying to play at his faster, smaller pace. And we all know Ty Lue's going to try to do the same thing. So when they're going to have to put Kawhi Leonard at center, why does he do that? I have no clue. But if it comes to that, Zion's just going to expose that because they don't got nothing that can stop. They don't got nobody that can really like stop them from getting into the paint.
100% no.
Just don't.
100% no.
Like and sometimes they probably will play him at center.
You're telling me if Zion is in the paint, he's in a half court, not coming downhill. He gets the ball. He's going to get the ball at the 3-point line. You got Kawhi Leonard on him. They're going to try to switch off. And he's going to try to get ahead of steam. How many points you think Zion is getting off a switch? He's going to be trying to switch between.
Switch with who though? That's what I'm saying.
Ty Lue's he's gonna have it in Daniel Tice. He's gonna have it in a Paul George. Who's Zion switching off on the Clippers to score?
But you've seen him not do that though.
No, I'm not asking that. I'm asking this. Who is Zion getting a switch on? Who's Zion getting a switch on that he's scoring on the Clippers?
If he plays this, he's not going big, bro.
Who's he switching? Who he gonna switch on that Zion can score on?
He's gonna. Zion can really score on anybody, bro. If they try to pull a switch, it's going to be Paul George. He can score on Paul George. If it's Kawhi Leonard, he can score on Kawhi Leonard. Daniel Tice is probably the smallest one out of the bigs. He can score on Daniel Tice.
Hell no.
Daniel Tice is not this great defender.
He doesn't need to be. That's what he don't need to be a great defender because the switch, you know what he's going to do. I know this something you probably got to think too. This Zion first playoffs. Zion has no playoff experience. And I know that probably don't mean nothing to you, but Zion does not know how physical the game is going to be. He doesn't know the certain calls. He's not going to be getting those calls. He's not going to have that head of steam. This is a team that's seen it. They've been through the regular season. They have good defense. They're not Zion. Honestly, Zion in the first round, it's a disappointment. The Pelicans probably win 2 games. They fuck around and win 1.
That's good for them.
I don't see Zion probably fuck around and average like 17, 16 points in this playoff series against them. He ain't gonna do shit.
I'm gonna say 20 something, but not.
Fuck no. That young ass nigga ain't gonna do that shit.
No, they don't have anybody though. That's the problem. Who is stopping him? You keep
He's
saying Daniel Tice, but you know he's not gonna do that. We've
bro.
had
You
this
don't.
discussion.
What are you talking about,
About Ty Lue and these small ball ass lineups. We know he's going to do that,
bro?
bro.
Listen, bro. Ty Lue is the better coach than Willie Green. It don't matter. Even if you take out Daniel Tice, you take out Zubac. Kawhi is not letting some. Zion has to get too close to the basket to score. The way the Clippers play defense, he's not gonna have. He's not first. He's not gonna be able to. They're not gonna be able to get that pass that down there to the post to him. He has no post game. He's not. They're not gonna get him ahead of steam coming in the half court. It's gonna come down to Brandon Ingram having to step up. Zion is a non-factor when it comes against the Clippers in the playoffs. I promise you, it's gonna come down to Brandon Ingram. Zion, if anything, I wouldn't even be surprised if dude fucking pull a hamstring and have to sit out a game.
I can say the same thing about Kawhi or Paul George too.
Of course, you could say that, but when it comes down to a matchup between Kawhi Leonard versus Zion, I'm going with the two-time Finals MVP. Easy,
bro. And then another thing, Zion's been a really good passer this year. If they do try to double team him, someone's gonna be open. It's CJ McCollum, Trey Murphy, Herb Jones, Brandon Ingram, whoever you name. So it's going to work for them. I'm not saying the Pelicans are going to win. I'm not saying that. But to say that Zion is just basically a non-factor, no, that's not true at all because they don't have anybody. I can see if they had like a Giannis type player. Kawhi Leonard is still a good defender, but he's not like how he was in his San Antonio days, and even when he was on the Raptors. He's just not that dude no more. Zion is going to be able to get by him. And then if they really want to switch, he can get Paul George on him. He can get past Paul George too. So saying a non-factor is not true. And I agree, Brandon Ingram probably might be the guy. But I can definitely see both of them averaging at least in the mid-20s. Because you got to up your scoring in the playoffs. You got to. Now, when it comes to the shooting wise, yeah, Zion ain't going to shoot. He doesn't shoot, period. But I think the Pelicans can give it a go. If they can go to 6 games, shit, that's damn near. That might be a successful season for them at least. If they win, exceeded expectations. But that's fine though. But no, they can get at least 2 games. I'm cool with 2 games.
Yeah, I don't see the Pelicans doing anything against them. I think the Clippers, they're the best team right now. Outside of Denver, they're the best team in the West to win the chip. They're the best team.
Better than the Thunder?
Yeah, hell yeah. 100%. The Thunder right now, they're doing this. Bro, it's the same shit every year. It's a young, excellent, great team. They too good. They too good. They too young to be this good. They the same thing in Memphis. It's like it's like with the Timberwolves. Bro, they're a young team. Neither one of them teams. OKC cannot get past Denver. OKC can't get past Denver. No, Timberwolves, they can't get past Denver. And they can it's barely enough faith in their fan base for them getting past the Clippers. I'm not going to act like, yeah, I love Shea. I think he's an MVP candidate, but I'm not going to just act blind and dumb like,
you told me they was a contender like some months ago, though.
What about them being a contender is saying that they're the best team to win in the West? What is that? I'm not dismissing that.
You're a contender, though.
If you're a contender, you have a chance to win it. But the best, I'm saying.
But you just told me that. But you just said that they won't beat none of these teams.
They're still a contender, but they won't beat any of them.
You said you're not dumb, but then you just said that they won't win.
Bro, you're confused. Okay, listen,
okay, brother. Wait. You just said that. I said, what about the Thunder? You said they can't beat Denver. So basically, they not going nowhere. Can they beat the Timberwolves?
No, the Thunder? Yeah, they could beat them.
Can they beat the Clippers?
No.
Can they beat the Suns?
Yeah.
Okay, so they can only beat basically the top 2 teams, in your opinion. Top 2 teams. So that means they ain't going nowhere. A contender is like they could damn near win. That's what I consider. At least me, I consider a contender like the Celtics, Nuggets, probably Clippers, and the Bucks. I consider them a contender that they can win. You told me months ago when we did a segment, you said the Thunder was contenders. That means you had them damn near winning. But now they can't win.
Listen, okay, you're saying a bunch of things. I need for you to understand me before you keep going down this crazy rabbit hole. I think The Thunder have no true chance of beating the Nuggets or the Clippers. I think the team that has the best chance of going to the finals is Denver, the Clippers, then OKC. OKC, I think they could go to the finals, but I don't think they have a strong chance. I think they're a team that can contend for a title, but I don't put them above two or one. They can contend.
How
And
can
I'm
they contend
saying
if they can't even beat none of these good teams?
that's Sheldon, that's what contend
But
means.
they can't win. They can't beat
No,
none
Sheldon,
of these
Sheldon, Sheldon,
teams.
Sheldon. That's what contend. It means that they have a chance of winning it, but I don't think. I think yeah, they could win it, but I don't think they could beat them. They have a
Then they're not a
chance.
contender. Then
Sheldon, that's your damn definition of it, dummy. That's your definition.
they're not a contender. Then if you can't beat if you can't if you're basically not these if you can't basically get to the conference finals because they're gonna have to get past the Nuggets or probably the Clippers, they're not a contender. Then they really not a contender.
That's your take on your contender. I'm not telling you to change your mind, and you're not telling me to change my mind. Do you get it?
I
Do you
don't.
get it?
I don't.
Thank God. You ain't gotta get it, but just know this. You have your contenders and I have my contenders. You have your criteria, I have my criteria. Understand, buddy. It's a line. You see that little line right there? Your side, my side.
No, I
Okay.
don't. I don't get it.
It's okay. You ain't gotta get it. Now go ahead and tell me more about the Clippers and that chance and that success. And you think the damn Pelicans? Who else you think the Clippers got to worry about besides the Pelicans?
If I had to choose another team,
The most predictable damn thing coming. What are you gonna say? Denver, Lakers. Come on, what do we want to hear? What do we want to say? Golden State Warriors, Steph Curry. Come on, let me hear.
I wasn't gonna say the
You gonna say
Warriors.
some predictable ass shit? Come
I
on.
wasn't. Actually, you go. Since you think you know every fucking thing, you go.
What's your fancy degree since you think you know
You go.
everything?
I don't know. You miss a week and now you come back acting like this. What the fuck are we doing?
2 weeks. So I think the Clippers, honestly, I think the only team they really got to worry about, honestly, is Denver. I think that's the only team they should set out for because they're the defending champs in the whole NBA and they're the best team in the West right now. So that's the only thing you really got to worry about. Because honestly, that pick and roll, if you can't stop the pick and roll right now with Jokic, Jokic is a beast right now. And then you still got Jamal Murray, you still got Michael Porter, you got Aaron Gordon, super strong, super big. That's the only true team they really need to worry about. They need to worry about Denver and they need to worry about health. Because honestly, I think with Kawhi Leonard and his back spasms or even Paul George resting games because of the groin, all of that, I think that's all just to say, like, you know what? We need to make sure these guys are fresh and ready to go. I think that's the only thing they need to worry about is health in Denver. Everything else, this is the end. This is just fixing the kinks and the minors. Because right now you got James Harden, who clearly works as the point guard for the system. I don't know why the hell they ever thought it would have been John Wall. I never seen that come to fruition. Westbrook was there. I mean, he was decent, he was good, but you got Harden. It's just better. It's just better with Harden. And I think honestly, the only thing you got to worry about, you don't even really got to worry too much about Paul George not even playing in his full capabilities of prowess because you still have Kawhi Leonard, James Harden, and the pick and roll is nasty. You guys just gotta figure out how to defend it. You got Norman Powell playing at a really, really like this is probably the best he's ever played in his career since he was with Toronto. Clippers, the only thing they need to worry about is defending the pick and roll, health. That's it, really. Denver, shit, everybody got to worry about them though.
I give the Suns a chance if they're healthy. If they're healthy, like throughout, because it was the other day, all three of them scored like 20 plus points. I think their offense is like, it could go nuclear. Their defense has been pretty good too. Nurkic has been good. Grayson Allen's been shit, percentage wise, the best 3-point shooting in the league. He's gonna play defense, shoot the three. It's still their bench is still not good, but as long as KD, Devin Booker, and Bradley Beal is healthy, I give them a shot. I give them a chance against the Clippers. Maybe not against the Nuggets, even though they did beat the Nuggets last week with no Booker. But I still give them somewhat of a chance. I think they can get probably 2 games. I think they can. The Suns. I think they can beat the Clippers. Do I think they can beat the Nuggets? No. I think they can get at least 2 games, but they can't beat them. But they can beat the Clippers though.
Yeah, I don't think the Suns got a real chance of. I don't think they got a real not this year. I think they got too much issue of a depth problem and they run too much ISO. I think it's just like the Celtics. They
They'll
run
never
too.
have. They're always gonna have a depth problem. I mean, a depth problem though. Like this is just gonna be the norm for them because they got three people. They got three people on max contract. So this is what's gonna be the norm for them as long as KD there. So we gonna have to get used to seeing like Josh Okogie, David Roddy, and Drew Eubanks. We gotta keep seeing Bobo. We got to keep seeing them type of people.
Yeah, yeah. I ain't gonna. So yeah, I think the Suns. I don't think they have a real chance of winning anything. They have a depth problem. Too much ISO play, just like the Celtics, just like the Mavs. Too much ISO play. I think it all comes down to like Kevin Durant, and I think Denver. They're really good at like cutting players off and putting the bottom. They use Aaron Gordon so efficient to slow down that best player. So I think the Suns. It's not their time, and they got a window because they have a good contract window with those players being there. So I don't think they're like one of them teams that's at the end of the road. They have to get it done this year. So I'm not really too worried about them or even have a rush on them. So I don't even think the Suns. I think they're going to be an interesting team. I think there's going to always be the same thing. They're like, oh my goodness, they put up crazy numbers. They won this game. They couldn't stop two people. It's going to always be something like that. But basketball is a team sport. It'll never just be one person that get it all done. Not even LeBron could do it against the Warriors. So yeah.